We're back again for another episode, but I'm just so sad. I'm so sad.
Big news! Big news!
No, the king is dead.
Big news!
They got rid of the king.
Yo, it's like the finals have completed. And chaos has dawned on us. Puff run the show. Back once again. Back once again. Once again. Puff.
And Vern. And Vern.
Puff.
And Vern. Yeah, we're back.
We're back.
Man, I vex, Vern. Vern, I vex.
Back. The finals finish. OKC's the champs.
We got
The NBA draft happened. But even before that, news started to break, and didn't stop breaking till it break my heart. But we'll get into it because we're wearing a tipper, a shirt tonight. A shirt tonight that says we trust in Masai. But we'll get into that. Puff, what you want to talk about first? I mean, Bon Spliff, because I am feeling high.
Vern.
But I don't want to touch the sky.
We haven't talked about the elephant in the room.
We want to start off with that?
The idiot man them get rid of Masai.
We're from the north.
The idiot man feels that
And
they
as
could
you
do better
see
than
the
Masai.
shirt that Puff and I is wearing, it says trust in Masai. But we abandoned the trust.
I didn't abandon the trust. Because I'm like, you know what it is? I think I swear they just want to save some money. That's what they're trying to do. Because Masai's a bad man and bring a chip. He have all the cards. He didn't do so well in the last few years, but they say, yo, really and truly, what angle can they get from this? Where are they going to go from this? And who they're
I know we haven't done well in the past maybe 3-4 years. I don't care.
The thing is, they don't realize the connection Masai is creating.
This man brought a championship to Toronto.
Yeah.
We, in our 20s, we're like, 26, 27 years in the league. And we won a title. Do you know how much teams has won NBA championships?
Not many.
Maybe 15?
Not many.
Not many. We've won. Indiana don't have a title. OKC just won a title. Orlando, no title.
Charlotte, no title.
Charlotte, no title. New Orleans, no titles. Sacramento, no titles. Clippers, no titles. But the man brought a title and you got rid of him? And this is the year. The rumors are out.
But Vern, we kind of knew. We heard about it. We knew he wasn't coming back.
Yo, Ed Rogers, you're an idiot. You man, sorry, my international fans, American fans. Ed Rogers is an idiot. Idiot. You may not know what. Google him. He's an idiot. Bumba Red. I'm cheese, Puff.
Oh boy.
I hear some of the fan base coming about. Oh, it's about time that. Shut up.
No, but I heard the rumblings, though. I heard the rumbling for weeks now.
Bro.
That they may get rid of Masai.
Bro. Listen.
I heard it.
You guys are spoiled.
Yeah.
You guys are
But the thing is, they don't realize the connection this man making. Like, from the time as soon as I hear Masai is not there, oh, you can forget about Giannis.
No one.
Giannis is not coming to Toronto.
No one wanted to come to Toronto, even when Masai was there. But Masai has connections. He has links.
Man. Yeah, man. And them links.
Siakam didn't want to leave Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
Giannis is considering Toronto. Why? Because Masai. Let me say that again. And it sounds like it rhyme. But why? Because I'm Masai.
Is that a new shirt, Vern?
Make it rhyme? Why? Because I'm Masai. That has to be a new shirt, Puff. Go on with it, Puff. Please, peace, I am Ben, bro.
Oh man, I just hope like it becomes a good thing for the Raptors, but right now it don't seem like it is.
I hope,
because when you look at it, Masai's probably has to be one of the best GMs in the league. Like
that man's gonna get picked up instantly.
Trust me. Like teams like Sacramento probably begging for something like there's no teams that are probably begging for that talent.
That man will get picked up. Masai will get picked up. Not that man. Masai will get picked up. You hear that name? Masai. Because what they say? He's a Masai warrior. He will get picked up right away and given the key to do whatever you want because he has the track record to do so.
But maybe it is time. Maybe it is time.
Maybe it is time. We'll see.
I'm still going to root for the Raptors because they have to root for
I don't know. I was just about to tell you about that. There may not be a lot of Raptor rap going on right now because we've experienced when man bring in Salt GM Babcock, who did fullness and made the team suck for years. We've suffered through that. You knew, man, just being, you know what I mean? You guys got privilege. We went through a stretch of 6 years, 7 years where we win 40-plus games, 50-plus games.
Mr. Primo Pasta is the number 1 pick.
They forget. Imagine, they show us that the other day, bro. During the draft of number 8 picks or number 9 pick, and we pick Rafael Alarujo. You people don't even know who Rafael Alarujo is. But those are the dark times we suffered with heated GMs, and we gave away the one. You know what? I've been talking too much shit. I mean, there's so much going on in the league since the finals have been done.
Man, this stuff hurts, guy. Raptors, you better do good.
What we preach every time on this show. What we preach on this time show when we talk about Raptors. We trust in Masai. And Ed Rogers and the Maple Leaf Sports Organization, you did not trust in Masai. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm passionate and speaking about from what I see because this man put winning on the... He put back winning.
Time the man said, fuck Brooklyn.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, it was a rap.
Man didn't remember
it was a rap.
Man didn't remember that. Man didn't remember that.
That was before that man said that. Raptors haven't won a playoff game in about a decade.
Talk the thing.
Oh, Lord of his mercy.
Brother,
I just hope you ain't just hating on Masai. I hope you have a plan. Don't be like New York and fire the head coach and then go say, can I talk to your girl? Can I take your girl because I like your girl?
Is that your ball? Is that your ball?
Is that your ball? Can I have it?
Is that our ball?
Can I take that ball and go home with
it? Is that my ball?
Come on, no, guy. Come on. Don't do us tripping this like that.
Listen, the only saving grace I have is say, yo, guy, Bobby Webster's there. Bobby Webster's been there with Masai for however long. So maybe, you know what I mean, it's not all that bad, but it's terrible. Because you never know. Masai may be like, yo, if Masai got a job, Masai may be like, yo, Bobby, come with me. Now we're oh, Lord have mercy. I don't want to think about that. Lord have mercy. Puff, let's
Vern, you're hurting me.
It's depressing.
Vern,
let's just go to the next topic.
From the word
Puff.
Babcock, it hurt my heart, guy.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I tell you, these men don't know about Babcock.
All you have to do is look up Babcock and the moves he made.
Yo, we traded Vince.
Vern, I wasn't feeling that bad until you named Babcock.
Come on, man.
Oh, my God.
Who are we going to get, bro?
Oh, my God.
The man traded for a Williams and Morning didn't even reach, bro. Morning ended up going to Miami and win chip. Morning didn't even reach, and we traded for the man, guy.
Maybe they could go and tell Masai sorry and take him back.
I don't know, bro. Let's just go to the next topic. This is depressing.
It is depressing.
This is depressing. So now, I can't even talk about that bundung Messiah. Can't believe it, yo. Every time we start Puff and Vern, we say trust in Masai during the Raptors rap. Now, I don't even know who we're going to have. I can't trust in nobody that the Raptors have anymore. I don't think we're even going to have a Raptors rap right now, brother. I'm so bad, yo. But anyhow, yo, trade happens, yo. Trades happen.
Trades, but
some trades happen. Trades happen. You know what I mean? Trades happen, yo. Trades happen, yo. Oh, the Celtics traded Porziņģis, bro.
Porziņģis had to go. He had to go. Like Porziņģis is the injury waiting to happen.
But
it hasn't already happened.
Okay. So how do you justify trading Jrue Holiday?
Honestly, just the Jrue Holiday trade, what they were just trying to do is reduce salary.
Yeah, because they signed.
Just reduce salary.
They have Tatum, Max.
Supermax.
Brown, Supermax.
Supermax.
and White.
Uber max. Well, he's not a max. So.
But he got big money.
Yeah, but they might be trying to trade him too because I think they see this as a year, especially if you have two man
and Tatum is down.
Big, and Tatum down, all that money's gone. You're thinking this year is going to be like a feeling out year, trying to get new players, trying to make some moves to better the team when Tatum is back.
But you're saying better the team. But then if they're dropping salary like this, man, I could see a scenario where Brown is not there either.
Yeah, I could see that too.
Brown is not.
I could see that too because it's like you're not going to be paying all this luxury tax for knowing that you're not having a shot at the title.
That's true.
You wouldn't pay all that money,
and you just sold it. And they just bought the team for $6 billion,
right? And it's new ownership.
They're
not paying that money. They're going to cut this thing right down. They might strip the team, trade the assets.
So, what do you think about this? This trade to me though is so funny. The Jrue Holiday trade. Because Jrue Holiday get traded from Milwaukee to Portland. Portland traded to Boston, and Boston traded back to Portland.
Yeah. That one is very interesting because now they take on Jrue Holiday, but then they give up Anthony Simons, who's almost a 20-point scorer on their team. Like, what are Blazers trying to do?
Yeah, I don't even know.
Right?
But then they're not going to keep Holiday. Because they're a rebuilding team, so they're going to try to flip him.
It seems, why would you keep him? Why would you keep him? Especially you're getting rid of Anthony Simons.
And then, that's true.
It's like, that's kind of your team.
That makes no sense. Right? But I guess they have guards that they need to play anyhow, right? Because they got Shaedon Sharpe. They still got,
True.
They still got Scoop Henderson. They still got Keegan one of the Murrays. I forget his name, but Keegan Murray's brother plays on that squad. So they have a little team.
Yeah,
but then...
Interesting.
The Porziņģis one though
to Atlanta
might work for Atlanta.
But Vern, we say that every time Porziņģis get traded to the team. It would always work if Porziņģis is healthy.
No, but even if Porziņģis is not healthy, they still. When's the last time Atlanta made the playoffs? They might make it this year.
So what you're saying? If he's injured, it may work. How's that?
No, if he's not injured.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Anywhere he goes, when he is not injured, it works. Yeah.
So.
But if he's injured, it's a problem.
But even if it doesn't work, it's expiring the contract and it still get to get asset from him too. But you know what I mean? That's that.
Oh, you're talking on the Boston side. I'm talking for Atlanta.
No, I'm talking on the Atlanta side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm talking on the Atlanta side because they didn't really give up much. Who did they give up for it? They just traded for him. They still have Clint Capella. They still have Capella.
It was a pick and what did they give up for him?
I can't even know. It was picking nobody. See that?
Something, it wasn't something interesting.
Right? But then they also made a smart trade with the Pelicans on draft night. They traded their 10th pick to the Pelicans, right? I forget who they got back for him.
The Suns?
No, not the Suns. The Atlanta Hawks traded their draft pick, number 10th pick, which was Derek Queen, to New Orleans. And New Orleans gave them back their unprotected pick for next year. And I forget who else, which is a dumb move.
I don't know. The thing is, we don't know what may happen. We got to see what the season holds and what happens. But the big trade was
but Boston. Before you get into the big trade, Boston looks like they're clearing cap space. Right. Let's not talk to the big trade because there's a next sneaky trade that happened, which was the Banes to Orlando.
Yeah, but before we did, I'm just looking at the trade now. Porziņģis went to Atlanta. It was a 3-team trade. Porziņģis went to Atlanta. Terrence Mann and the 22nd overall pick went to Brooklyn, while Boston got George Niang and a second-round selection.
Yeah. That's salt.
Niang.
So it's just a cap. It's just a clearing. They're clearing money.
They're trying to clear money.
They're trying to clear money. All right. The next trade. Do you think this moved the needle and like the way out the East is situated right now? Give them a road to the finals.
Which one? What team?
Orlando trading for Baines.
Hell no.
Does that move the needle for them?
It moves the needle.
Do you think they could make a run to the Eastern Conference Finals?
No. I still don't think they're better than New York. I don't even think they're better than Indiana without Halliburton.
Whoa.
They're not better than Cleveland.
No.
Maybe Boston, because Boston seems like they might blow
Boston is I don't see Boston doing much this year.
I think
Tatum
they might be a little bit better than the Raptors, and maybe not even. well, I haven't forgotten them. What's those brothers? The Wagner brothers. They're bad. So yeah, I would say I would put them a little above Raptors. But I wouldn't say they're above all those other teams that were going deep in the playoffs.
Yeah, because you still got to consider Detroit's over there too.
And Detroit was playing well too. Detroit was playing, but forgot about Detroit.
Yeah,
I forgot about Detroit. So I don't think it moves in the. It doesn't. They're an improved team. They got better,
but
I don't think they're getting to the point of Eastern Conference.
You know why? I don't want to spend a lot of time on this, but no. You know, I said
they're not improved.
No, they will. They're more improved because remember.
So what are you saying no about then?
Because you said that they're not going to make a deep push, and
I didn't say a deep push. I said Eastern Conference Finals.
They won't go there.
No,
and that's why I said you're wrong.
Okay, why? Because
remember how we were big and those men were slapping up the league before the injuries.
Okay,
before Paolo went down.
If they are healthy.
Right? And then they bring in Baines because who they lost, and Baines is a big difference.
And they didn't have Jalen Suggs for a lot of times.
And Suggs wasn't there for a lot of times.
They both of the Wagner brothers
wasn't there for
a
time.
If they're healthy.
So that's why I say that maybe, you know what I mean? If they're healthy.
We'll see.
Because they started the season boxing up squad.
We'll see. Yeah, but they ended getting...
They ended injuries and top on face.
Take it
top on face.
And it's true.
Take it top on face.
When Banchero came back, he wasn't as nice. He wasn't as nice at the beginning of the season. I think that time off really hurt him.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's move on. Another trade. The one other trade we didn't talk about was the C.J. McCollum.
Oh, yes.
To the Washington Wizards.
I like that trade.
Part of a 4-player trade where New Orleans...
I like that trade.
Sent McCollum and Kelly Olynyk and a future second-round pick to Washington, and Poole and Sadiq Bey and the 40th pick in this draft.
I like that.
Back.
I think that New Orleans won that one because Poole gets the chance to get back to his Golden State days. Right? Sadiq Bey is a solid player from Detroit. Right? So that gives them something. Now, the difference is New Orleans is a shit-run franchise.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be there. It seems like all the players, when they leave, they do better.
Right?
They always, when they leave, look at that man in Atlanta.
But I like that for Jordan Poole. Because
it's good. It's a next change of scenery. Because then
he
again,
gets to start a fresh
Wizards
start.
ain't not much better.
The
Wizards ain't
Wizards will try. But at least you know if you have a healthy Zion, that could get you into the playoffs.
Zion hasn't been healthy.
That's why I said if.
Hasn't been healthy.
Puff.
What season is he in now?
Puff.
4?
That's why I say
5? He hasn't had a single healthy.
Puff. That's why I say if with the emphasis on if Zion is healthy.
I don't know when we're ever going to see that Zion train.
Nah, it ain't coming
it's
down.
1-2 game, you're like, wow, that
I am
amazing.
rooting on the Zion train. See me. Nah, that's not happening.
God, there's a few every game you're seeing it like, wow, you see a highlight and then all of a sudden
he has
like,
flashes.
what happened, man?
Nah, but then he got used to all them soul food, eating catfish and joint. Then he blows up to like 350 pounds. And then he can't. But then, yeah, I mean, are we off for that?
I kind of lost faith in the Zion train.
Let's talk about the trade where everyone, well, nah, we you know what I mean? Is there a fee? Yes, let's talk about the trade. The trade of all trades. Where everyone thinks because of this trade, this team might make a run to the finals. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Because you still got OKC out there.
I don't think so.
But the young Rockets. The Rockets traded for Kevin Durant, traded Jalen Green, a couple picks.
Dylan Brooks.
Dylan Brooks.
And the number 10 pick.
That's not a bad trade because they needed, if you watch them in this year playoff and went to Game 7, they needed that go-to score.
They needed that go-to.
Right.
And him pairing up with Şengün. Very interesting.
Very interesting. And two, yes, they gave up Jalen Green, but they could afford to give up Jalen Green. Why?
Jalen Green wasn't doing nothing in the playoffs.
Nothing in the playoffs.
He was
but
doing
also, if you look at it, you have, is it Amen Thompson?
Yeah, that defense. And his offense is starting to pick up. Wow.
And they're looking at it like if he gets a consistent jump shot, which I think he will because the Twins work hard, That's one thing you know of them. You've seen the league. He is a superstar.
Bad man.
Right?
Bad. Both of them.
Van Fleet just re-up.
Yep, stretch out his contract.
Right.
To 2 years.
So they still have their defense. They have now a go-to guy when stuff gets, rough for them. KD will bail them out. But I don't, they can make a run, but they're not beating OKC.
Very, but I'm going to tell you this.
Yeah.
Last team that traded Dylan Brooks.
Yeah, we saw.
Do so well.
Saw what happened to them.
They didn't realize what they're losing.
We saw what happened to them. But they have one of the Thompsons.
That is true.
Who held Steph Curry to 6 points.
That is true. They do have a defensive stopper.
Who held Curry to 6 points.
Very good. That's probably why they traded him.
That's what I'm saying.
That's probably why they traded him.
That's why they traded Jaden Green, and that's why they didn't have a thing to trade Watson.
We'll see. It'll be interesting. I think they'll be top 4 in the West.
Yeah, they'll make some noise.
But I don't know if they're
going to win. They still might be 2, because they got to 2, this past season.
But I think they're going to finish top 4.
Right, but
again, you think about it. KD's not KD of young.
I know.
KD is getting up there. He's almost 42.
Well, you had these young Rockets without a KD who got your second seed.
I know that, but I'm just saying.
KD's 36.
With injuries and things that does come up, especially with him.
He's been good.
Well, he's been getting injured last year. He didn't. How many games he played last year? Like under 60? He didn't play like.
That's the average nowadays.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, you're bringing him in. You better hope he can be at top level in the playoffs.
He played a lot of games this year. But that team never really made the playoffs. They made the play in.
That team was trash. The Suns, I feel bad.
I don't know what they're doing because right now the Suns have like a zillion shooting guards.
You go to the finals and then you just blow up the team.
And then you haven't been there back since.
But that's what happens when ownership changes, That's what I'm scared about what's going to happen to the Lakers.
Skip.
But that man still he has money, though.
No. With the Lakers, I'm glad you bring that up. With the Lakers, the Lakers are dangerous. Because that guy owned the Dodgers. That guy don't care about spending money. Listen, that man has Shohei $700 million contract.
Man,
and the way that they structure their contract is backloaded. So if Shohei retires, he's still getting money. The way those man and the Mookie Betts, the way those guys run is the Dodgers owner. He owns the Dodgers. He owns like a WNBA team. He owns a F1 team, a new F1 team that's coming in. That man's a part of a lot of ownership. And that made the Lakers dangerous. Because what I heard is the Buss family wasn't that. I heard the poorest out of all the ownership. With this man coming in, got all that money they made for the Lakers, they're going to be like, yo, guys, the man's going to be this pocket money. Yo, put it back in the team, bro. So they're going to go out there and get
That's why they paid $10 billion. Because I hear $10 billion. What is it?
And Magic Johnson is a partial ownership in the Dodgers. So he might, and the guy owned the LA Sparks, so he might come over. And be in there. So it's thing, man.
See. But anyways, was there any other trades?
Nah, well, there is other thing, but really truly, the Lakers sale is very shocker, man. It's a big shocker. Tell Billy, and Luka looking like Luka's getting spry.
Yo, that man's slimming down, guy. He's not no Zion Williamson.
You know what I mean? Yo, the draft just happened. Cooper Flag, the main event up in Dallas.
It's gonna be interesting, yo.
It's gonna be nice. Dylan Harper out in San Antonio with the alien.
I just hope he comes back healthy.
Ace Bailey, what do you think about the man? Ace Bailey didn't work out for no team. No team he worked out for. But then Utah's like, Bunyu, we're picking you Sadway.
Danny Ainge. Danny Ainge was selling his own mama for the number 1 draft pick.
Yeah, I know. And this man was number 5. This man didn't even work out for them. This man thought he could force his way to Brooklyn.
Ruthless, yo.
But the man said, no, I'm picking you. They asked the man, yo, do you think Danny Ainge is going to pick you? He goes, I didn't know they were interested in me.
Honestly, if the Raptors got rid of Masai and got Danny Ainge, I wouldn't be vexed. Because I know Danny Ainge will make sure the team Chris.
But Puff,
that's a wrap. We need to wrap this up.
It's a wrap. It's a very sad episode. The architect, Masai.
Since 2013.
Masai, you never lie. Vern has to rhyme again. Masai, you never lie. Because we trust in Masai. Why? We trust in Masai. Puff. On another episode, family, this was one we're touching out for the year. You may see us back for off-season one. who we're going to pick up in free agency. But on that note, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Family, thank you again. We love you. Subscribe and join the family.
Again.
Join the community.
Yo, Vern, season 4 is at the end of season 4? We got some new things in store for season 5, brother.
So tune in, brother. Tune in.
Till next time.